Hello everybody, it is the Doctor, and it's time to continue our playthrough of Delta Rising. Where we left off, we finished Reunion with Neelix. That was a bunch of fun, and it's now time to continue our leveling up. Note, I am still level 51 from that last mission. Also note, this video is being made post-patch on October 23rd. That's important because there have been some changes to the skill points received for each mission. We should be getting now a little bit more skill point at the end of each mission, meaning that will just help us level up a little bit faster than we were before. Apparently there was a bug, according to the patch notes, that was keeping the skill rate at 1.75 times the normal, and now it will be 2 times the normal or something like that. So they've increased it just a little bit. I guess we'll see how that makes a difference, to see if maybe that'll help us maybe have to do a little less grinding. There have also been other changes. I really recommend reading the patch notes because a lot has changed in the way of grinding now, or particularly power leveling, and allowing us to do what we need to get to the next mission level. Remember, all of these have level requirements that you have to be at. I'm at 51 now, and we've got 2 level 51 missions to go here, Friends in Unlikely Places and Revelations. We'll see if that brings us around to level 52, but then once we get to 52, we have a long ways to go to get to 53, and this one mission at 52 is not going to take us all the way to 53. So that means I am going to have to do some grindage on Ensign Ricky. And I don't know what exactly I'm going to do because they have nerfed grinding or leveling or power leveling or whatever you want to call it. And I'm not sure how it's going to work now. A lot of people were using Japori system in Taldewa, or any of the Taldewa patrols really. And this was a good option. I don't know if that's available now. I don't know how that's going to work. A lot of people in the Delta Quadrant here were using Argala, and Argala was a good system for that. I don't know how that's going to work now. I don't even know if you can repeat those like you used to. I really don't know until I try it, but when I do try it, when we get to that point where I have to do it for Ensign Ricky, I will let you know what happens, and I'll record a video on it too to show you what happens, because we need to know. It's going to be important because I'm going to have to grind skill points to get to those next levels. But anyway, that's one thing that's changed. Oh, another thing, important thing that has changed is they have upped, I'm clicking all the wrong buttons here, they have upped the Starship Mastery unlock rate. They've upped it, increased it by 33%. That means less skill points are needed to unlock the mastery levels. So that means we are going to get to our Starship Mastery unlocks faster than we were going to before. So right now it says progress until next unlock, 0 skill points to unlock Mastery 1. I'm right at Mastery level 1. I can't tell if it's unlocked yet though until I get in game here. It looks like it's not, because it should be highlighted if it's unlocked, and it's not highlighted, but it says I don't need any more skill points to get to it. So it's a little weird there. I think what will happen is once we get in game and start gaining some skill points, maybe it'll automatically hit and enable for us. We'll look at that after this mission that I'm going to do now and see what happens there, see if we get our first mastery unlock, because this is a tier 5U ship, so I definitely want to get all those mastery unlocks. So that will be a little faster now as well. Another thing they've done is to disable the dilithium ward after you have achieved all 60 specialization points. Of course, I am far away from that. I only have 1 point unlocked, so definitely not near the max. I've heard also in chat that this may be bugged right now. We may not even be able to earn specialization points, but I hope so. We'll see. When I get to level 52, we will see if another specialization point pops up and I can unlock it. I am hoping so, because I want all 10 of my specialization points by level 60. Those are going to be important. Okay, so let's start the next mission. We did Mindscape, we did Reunion, and now it's time for the third mission in the new Delta Rising expansion, and it's called Friends in Unlikely Places. Before I even start this, I'll just say that this really is more of patrols and missions, and you'll see. So, this is Friends in Unlikely Places. Alright, the new war in the Delta Quadrant is affecting systems throughout the region. Your ship is needed to help access the threat. It's been more than 30 years since Voyager passed through this region of space, but the new echoes of what Captain Janeway and her crew did linger. We need to re-establish relationships here. I'm assigning you a region of space to patrol. Meet the locals and find out how things stand in the Delta Quadrant today. Patrol the systems of the Delta Quadrant. And here's our skill point reward. Is only 1575, so that doesn't sound very high. That is not going to take us to 52. So definitely we'll have to do another mission. For this we get some Mark 12 rewards. And these are pretty standard for the patrols. So do that. So basically what this is this is how the game used to be a long time ago when the game first came out. They had patrols in every system. They don't really have them now because they've kind of removed them, but every system had them. Sirius, Regulus, Picanus, Beta, Alpha, Alpha Centauri, Iota Pomonis, all of them had patrols, and patrols were missions. You would run a mission just like this is doing, and it would say, go patrol these systems, 4 or 5 systems or whatever it said, and you get the XP from the missions, or from the patrols, and then you get the XP for turning in the mission completely. So they've brought that back in Delta Rising. This is now a big part of Delta Rising, are these patrols. But they've made it even better. They've improved upon the previous patrols by having a storyline interwoven in these patrols in Delta Rising. And this is going to be really cool. So let's get to it. Let's start with the Argala system. Some people do argue, however, that maybe there are too many patrols in the Delta Quadrant, that most of the missions are patrols. Ah, crap. I hit my button twice, and I canceled out my slipstream. That's funny. Anyway, yeah. Some people claim that there are too many patrols because really there are half of the new missions are patrols, and half of them are actual missions. So I think you're going to be watching a lot more patrols in these videos than missions, but I'm still going to make it all one video, so if it turns out to be really long, it's just going to be a really long video. But I'm going to do all the patrols in one video, or all the patrols from one patrol mission. Alright, anyway, there is a storyline through this, so let's pay attention. I'm going to read it, and this is all good stuff. Admiral, I am detecting an ongoing firefight. The combatants appear to be a Benan protectorate squadron and some Kazon. Let's give the Benthans a hand. Remember, we are friends with the Benthans in Delta Rising.
Warning, ship is under attack.
And those are the Benthan ships. It's pretty cool. So we finally get to take down some Kazon.
Target's shield has failed.
Oh, I just wasted my thing there. Didn't mean to do that.
Target's shield has failed.
Okay, answer hail. Look at all my Delta flyers everywhere. I love that. Tom Baker, you have entered an area controlled by the Benthan Guard. Our scans indicate your ship is armed and operational, and you have demonstrated your ability to assist in an ongoing operation. You will either join our squadron as a deputized protectorate officer, or you will clear the area immediately. So I have two options: deputized, or you have no right to tell us what to do. I wouldn't say that. Let's say deputized. You are now my deputy. We are here to comprehend. We are here to comprehend a suspect. That would be funny. We are here to apprehend a suspect wanted in multiple systems for crimes not limited to theft, coercion, destruction of private property, and murder. When you arrived, we were dealing with one of the criminal's lieutenants. We have tracked down the suspect to this system. Your assistance in this matter is required and appreciated. Defeat First Maj Kola fugitives and Kazon. So First Maj Kola we met in Voyager series. So pretty much these patrols are really just kill a bunch of ships. If you want to summarize it, that's the summary. There are some more interesting ones, but most of them are like that. Multiple waves of ships, I should also add. I've got my menu over here for my flyers for my hangar bay, so I can keep an eye on, make sure they're alive and everything.
Target's shield has failed.
Kazon carrier.
Target's shield has failed. Four shields failing.
Another wave of Kazon. Sensors are picking up small habitations in some of the asteroids, possibly consistent with buttholes and temporary hideouts.
Left shield failing. Target's shield has failed.
Buttholes? I think that said
Rear
bolt
shield
holes.
failing.
Don't ask me what a bolt hole is, but I think a butthole sounds like it sounds better. What does that even mean? What does it mean?
Target's shield has failed.
Another carrier.
Target's shield has failed.
Oops. Kazons are no problem for me. No problem for this ship, anyway. Blowing right through them easily.
Target's shield has failed.
I'm taking you with me. I don't think so. Ah, this Maj Kala's flagship there. Pretty cool.
Target shields have failed.
Take out his cruisers first. And then we'll take down him. Alright, time for the flagship.
Target shields have failed.
Oh yeah, that did a lot of damage. That was pretty cool. That was a good hit. Gotta hit them with their shields down with the phaser lance. Maybe this will take us to 52. I guess that skill point change did make a big difference. Because this is just one system and we're really close to 52 now. Come on, why can't I target? There we go. And we got our first Delta Alliance Mark package with daily bonus. Alright, that's got him. Excellent work. We'll send over pacification party and take the suspect into custody. And we get our points there, our marks. Thank you for your assistance and welcome to the sector. We recommend that you get underway and head for secure space. There's been a lot of turbulent activity recently and we've had to respond to multiple reports of danger from travelers. Since we assisted in your operation, the least you could do is provide us with some information regarding the security state of the rest of the sector. That's a reasonable request. There have been some rumors that the Borg are fighting large-scale battles, but we have little evidence of who, against, or why as of yet. But we are finding the aftermaths of such conflicts. Whoever's been fighting the Borg has caused significant damage to the collective. We are taking a cautious approach until we know more. I suggest you do the same. Alright, interesting. Battlefields where Borg ships are being wrecked, and nobody knows who's doing it? This is a mystery worth investigating. Anything that could tangle with the Borg like this could be a helpful ally, or a very dangerous enemy. Let's be sure to include this in our report. We have the suspect in custody now, and we also apprehended a fair number of his associates. This part of space will be safer without their influence. I'm dispatching medics to treat any wounded so they can stand trial, and an engineering team to assure his ship is stable so we can tow it back to base. Thank you, Admiral. We have it from here. Depart system. So you see, I like these patrols because they actually have a storyline, and they're going to take us, even if they're just patrols, they're going to take us through the storyline all the way to the end of all these new missions. And it is going somewhere. So that's good. There's a reason for all these things happening in these patrols. So I like that they have connected the story to the patrols. That's one thing that really wasn't so much in the previous or past patrols that they used to have. They were just patrols to be patrols, to get you extra skill points or to get more skill points or whatever, but they didn't really have a story to them. Even though each sector had the sector-specific enemy or NPC related to who you were fighting at that level, it was still really not related to the stories, but they had varied things you could do in the patrols. These patrols are also a little varied, but most of the time, most of it is just wave after wave of having to fight the enemy, which is not a terrible thing. It gets you skill points, so they're good. I like the patrols. I'm glad they brought the patrols back. I just wish they didn't take away the previous patrols that were already in the game. You know, I wish that they had left those as missions, but they took those missioned patrols away a long time ago when the game went free to play, and I never did like that. I wish they had kept them. Anyway, we're almost to 52. I noticed just doing that one patrol. Look how far that got us. So this skill point change definitely made a big difference so far. Before we jump into Jarleth, let's look again. Okay, our mastery is unlocked. Now it's highlighted. And so that means it is definitely unlocked. And our mastery is, our first one, regenerate 584 hull or 1.25% of your current max every 3 seconds while in space. Twice the amount if regenerated out of combat. So in combat, we're going to have a small hull regeneration. Out of combat, we get more hull regeneration. That's every 3 seconds. So it's a minor hull regeneration. Since we have a pretty large hull, we probably really won't see that make much of an impact. But at least it's something. The second one, ooh, we get some nice damage resistance on this next one, so I'm looking forward to that. But look at that. Just doing that one patrol already got us to halfway up to level 2 Starship Mastery. So definitely are leveling in this a lot faster now. Okay, one other thing. Let's go ahead and get our Delta marks, because I want to start the reputation. I got to get this going because it takes a long time. But now we've got 60 marks. So let's start it. Do I have any EC? That's the question. Do I have any energy credits? Oh yeah, I do. Okay, good. Okay, so there we go. 20-hour cooldown or to do the first daily. So every day I will make sure that we keep the Delta reputation or Delta Alliance reputation going, so that will we can see what's going on there. We'll just keep that going every day. Just have to wait for it. All right, let's do Jarleth.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
And the Borg. Sir, there was a Borg cube waiting for us. We're caught in its tractor beam, but it's having trouble getting through our shield modulation. This cube is obviously badly damaged and the beam isn't fully operational. We are the Borg. Lower your shields. Prepare to be simulated. Captured. Free yourself from the Borg. Okay, well, I can do that. Oh, hello. It's another ship that looks quite familiar, actually. Cooperative flagship. And I believe we saw this ship in Star Trek The Next Generation. This was one of the first Borg episodes of TNG or something like that, or maybe one of the later ones, I don't know, one of them. Sir, the Borg ship is hailing us. We are the Borg. We have no desire to assimilate you. Your assistance is requested. I like that. We are the Borg. You have no desire. Okay, let me see if I can do this in a Borg voice. We are the Borg. We have no desire to assimilate you. Your assistance is requested. I like that. Oh, I love that. Alright, assistance. I am called Hugh. It's Hugh. Geordi's Hugh. I didn't think he was still alive. I thought he died. Maybe he didn't die. I guess he survived. I am called Hugh. I lead a group. How did he end up in the Delta Quadrant? Interesting. Alright, I am called Hugh. I lead a group of Borg who are no longer part of the collective. The liberated Borg I lead have joined with others from the Cooperative and Unimatrix Zero. We all approach life after the collective differently, but we share similar goals. Hugh, you are the first drone to be severed from the collective, if I recall correctly. Yes, Beverly of the USS Enterprise D was the doctor who saved me. Geordi helped me find my identity, Hugh, which is a weird name. I have to say, Geordi. I mean, if I recall in the episode, he was like, you. He was saying the word you or something. He was like, and then Geordi said, "That's it, Hugh." That made no sense, whatever, whatsoever. What a weird name. I mean, can't he have a normal name like Bob or James or well, I mean, you know, something different, something normal? No, he has to be named Hugh, which is just weird. I have been working with other liberated Borg, and we have devised a plan. We need your help to put it into action. How can we be of assistance, Hugh? Resistance is not futile. We have a way to sever Borg ships from the collective. Once this is done, I and the other liberated Borg will offer the newly liberated Borg a place among us. They will be free. They can choose to join our fight, to make their own way, or even to rejoin the collective. So, does that mean that the Borg are now less of a threat in Star Trek Online? We still got the Iconians out there, of course, that's the big threat, but up until now, the Borg, you know, this has really been a big problem, In fact, part of the whole one of the featured episode series was dealing with getting together to fight the Borg because they were such a huge problem. So are they no longer a threat now? Have they de-threatened the Borg? I don't know. What happened here? Why are the Borg not attacking? Some powerful ships appeared and destroyed most of the Borg in this system. Those that survived the onslaught were damaged and are in a state of regeneration. This makes this the perfect opportunity to enact our plan. And how can we help sever these Borg? We will temporarily issue you the viral beam array. You will need to damage a Borg ship to a point where their internal repair subroutines are overloaded, and then use the array. Only then will the viral beam array work. If you use it before the Borg is weakened enough, it will fail. You must take caution not to destroy the Borg in their weakened state before you use the viral beam array. Okay, weaken but don't destroy the Borg, and then use the viral beam array on them. And I've got a server not responding. How awesome is that? That is just... okay. I'll come back. Well, that was a lot of fun. I got disconnected from the game and everything. Alright, let's continue. Weaken but don't destroy the Borg, and then use the viral beam array on them. Got it. We will assist you in weakening the Borg ships, but the power to sever them from the collective will be in your hands. So I need to damage the Borg ships to 30% health or lower, but don't destroy them. Then use the viral beam array to sever the connection. If you deal too much damage, you will accidentally destroy the Borg and must require to find another target. Okay, and I believe this is what I will need. The Borg conversion used to disconnect Borg from the collective only works on Borg ships below 30%. Okay. Let's find the Borg ship. There we go. Let's cloak. Sneak up on him. Oh, there's one right here too. Now we can't destroy them. So that's interesting.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Whoa, I almost destroyed him. That was a hit.
Rear shields failing. 4 shields failing.
Did I do it? I guess I did.
Shields failing.
20%. Okay, I did. That one high yield torpedo I did, Omega torpedo, almost destroyed him.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Maybe I won't do that again.
Shields failing. Rear shields failing. Right
oh crap!
Failing.
I did it again. Oh well.
Shields have failed.
I think I need to anyway because I am. Okay, there we go. Now they're almost dead. Let's do it. Don't die! Don't die! Don't die! Okay, 7%. They almost died, but I was taking a lot of damage there. Okay. Where are we now? 29%. Got a few more to go. I think I just healed our partner. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, they did something to me. What did they do? I don't know what they did, but they did something. Alright, a sphere.
Warning.
Crap, I did it again. I need to stop using the high yield because it destroys these Borg quite easily, apparently.
4 shields failing. Rear shields failing. Target's shields have failed.
Okay, there we go. 36%. I did not mean to hit that button. Here we got some probes.
Target's shields have failed.
almost destroyed them. 0%. That didn't really help much. What do they keep doing to me? They're doing something to me. I don't know what power that is.
Target's shields have failed. Left shield failing.
I have this instinct to destroy, and I need to resist destroying them.
4 shields failing.
My instinct is to just keep going till they blow up. I'm finding it very difficult not to blow them up.
Target's shields have failed.
Oh crap, I did it too early. Okay, stop firing, stop firing. Wait for this to cool down, there we go. Okay, 78%, very close.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Oh, I did it again. I did it too soon. It's difficult to hit it just at the right time. Okay, 87%. I need to find a cube. They do a lot faster. Those are just probes. I want to find a cube. Give me a cube. Cube anywhere. Is there a cube over here? Let's see. Not even moving. There we go. Cube, where are you? Nobody. This is kind of a neat mission, though. I mean, or a neat patrol, having to free the Borg from the collective. I like that. There are friendly Borg out there, liberated Borg, trying to... Except I don't know why they would want to stay together. Probes, probes, no cubes. Just probes. More probes. Okay, fine.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Oh crap, I destroyed it. Yeah, that was a mistake. Ah crap, I destroyed that one too. That's why I don't want to do probes, I want the cubes.
Target's shields have failed.
Crap, I did it again. Oh, but I guess I succeeded anyway. We managed to rescue a small number of drones from the ship before it was destroyed. Okay, good. Good, okay, I did that then. I did a thing. Alright, we have successfully removed more than 1,000 drones from the collective. I am in communication with them now and will ask them to join us in our fight to liberate more Borg from the collective. We will also investigate more about the mysterious attackers who disabled their fleet. The attack was fortuitous but troubling. We require you to return the viral beam array so that we may continue to fight the collective in this sector. So I like the fact that they are freeing these Borg from the collective. My only question is, why are these Borg remaining in full Borg gear? If they are individuals, what started happening in Star Trek when they become an individual is the body started rejecting the Borg components, and they had to give up most of their Borg components and become more human or more whatever alien they were. And apparently Hugh here is in his full Borg gear, so that doesn't make much sense. Also, if you are going to be liberated from the Borg, why would you want to stay in a collective or stay with the Borg? I don't get that, but okay. Anyway, I hope we can count the cooperative as allies, or it was a pleasure working with you. Ooh, let's see if we can have them as allies. That would be useful.
Congratulations, Admiral.
And I leveled to 52. So I think skill points are moving a little bit faster. We are now level 52. I like that. Okay, let's do Borg Battlefield next. The battlefield, I think, is it. Sounds ominous. So we've leveled up to 52. And we're still like in the same place we were before, so maybe it's the finishing the actual missions. Something goes toward this. Skill points, I don't know what goes to these masteries, or what skill point actually translates into the mastery unlock. I am not sure, because it looks like we haven't moved from the last patrol to finishing that patrol. We didn't move at all in skill points here on the mastery unlock. But we did when we did our gala, so that's why I don't know how that works. It's a little confusing to me. I guess we'll just go with it. The battlefield. Start patrol the battlefield. Sir, all of this wreckage is Borg, an entire fleet. But sensors aren't detecting any other group of wreckage. Whoever or whatever did this didn't take any losses at all. Your orders? Let's scan the area. Maybe we can learn more about what happened. So there's a force out there powerful enough to take out a Borg fleet. Reminds me of the Undine. Only up till then were they powerful enough to do that. That was the only alien that could do that. So now there's another one out there that can do this? That's bad. That's very bad. Bad for us, probably. Scan large debris. This is ours. It's a Kazon ship. Now, they don't have the power to take out the Borg.
Warning.
So it couldn't be them. I'm not surprised scavengers found their way here. Boy, the last thing we need... Let me finish this off. The last thing we need are Kazon with Borg technology. They definitely do not need Borg technology. Let's keep that out of their hands. Search for clues. Oh. We go to the next one. My shuttles are damaged. I want to relaunch them. There we go. That should have relaunched them. What are my options here? Hold on a second. Recall. Pets will return to the carrier and dock to regenerate health. Okay. Let's recall them then. And then we'll redo them. So I recalled them. Weren't they coming home now? They should all disappear. Okay, they're regenerating health. That's neat. But they're still deployed? I don't see them, so that's why I don't understand. I guess if I unclick that, they come back out? No, I can't unclick it. That just launches them. I'm just trying to figure out how this works. I guess that didn't relaunch them. Attack. Okay, that relaunches them. There's a distinct signature here, but it doesn't match anything in our database. Continue search. This time let's cloak. Which naturally uncloaks us. That's so stupid. Reading an intact data node. If we can tractor beam on it, we may be able to pull it out far enough to dislodge it and access its records. Oh, okay. Dislodge. Download data. The data is badly corrupted, but it looks like an unknown vessel's appeared out of nowhere and used some kind of attack for which the Borg had no adaptation protocol. Wow. Whoever it was the Borg fought, they turned a tactical cube into a pile of slagged metal. Wow. So there's an enemy out there who can do that to the Borg. See how the patrols are expanding the storyline? I do like that. It's giving us more material. I like it. So these are actually beneficial to the storyline. Enemy weapons, it's more Kazon.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
They're not happy to see us. Well, they don't have. There's not much they can do or say about that. Yeah, man. Imagine if this ship, the Galaxy X Dreadnought, was the ship stuck in the Delta Quadrant. I think that would have been a fun show to watch. The ship just owning everybody in the Delta Quadrant. The cube appears to be mostly intact. There are no life signs. Captain, enemy signatures. Kazon. Time to K's off.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
Take out the raiders first, and then we'll take care of the big one. no match for me.
Target's shields have failed.
Is that it? Oh, there's more out there. Wow. Okay. 2 Kazon groups to deal with.
Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed. Four shields failing.
And that takes care of the Kazon.
Target's shields have failed.
Very nice. Not terrible there, but we did learn something. We learned about the Borg, and something is killing the Borg very easily. I don't detect any more Kazon. If there were more scavengers, they've left the area. They might come back with reinforcements. We'll be long gone by then. Did our scans determine what happened to the Borg? Nothing conclusive, sir. Either the group that attacked the Borg didn't leave any debris, or earlier scavengers already looted the remains. We've ruled out the Undine, but we can't draw any conclusions without more information. Perhaps if we determine who they are, they might be willing to ally with us against the Borg. And we get some delta marks. That's something that I do enjoy, is that each of these patrols rewards some delta marks. It's only 5 delta marks, but that will help us. So the more patrols we do, we can rack up some delta marks. And now we have an Okampa freighter, and I've learned that the Okampa should be near the Janolan Dyson sphere. If you didn't know that, I think it tells you. It really doesn't. But that's where they are. If people are asking where the Okampa freighter's at, they are somewhere around the Janolan Dyson sphere. If you go somewhere around it, under it, around it, you'll find an Okampa freighter or two. Like this. There it is. There's one right there. Just got to find them and then hail them. So the Okampa are out here as well in the Delta Quadrant. I can't imagine that they're very, that their ships are very powerful. We need to assist the Okampan freighter. Captain, we're being held by an Okampan colony ship. Greetings. I'm sorry to trouble you, but my fellow Okampans and I require assistance. We're running low on energy to operate our food converters. There are elements we could use in the nearby ionic clouds, but they emit a form of theta radiation that our shields are unable to deflect. Your ship could easily resist this radiation. Would you be willing to extract the elements we need from the nebula so we can continue our journey? What is your group doing this far from the former Okampa space? We've managed to trade some of our resources and receive aid from allies to procure and restore these battered old ships, and we're looking for a safe place to set down and make a new home. We've met a few friendly species, such as our escorts here, who have given us hope that we might be able to find a peaceful place to end our journey, but for now we must continue searching. The dangers engulfing this quadrant have made our journey even more difficult, but I have hope that we will eventually find our way. Alright, we can assist you. I like the fact they're acknowledging, oh look, it's a cooperative sphere. Oh, I guess they're... well, why can't the cooperative do it? They can certainly resist the radiation. Why aren't they doing it? Why are they making me do it? If a cooperative sphere is here, they can most certainly do this as well. 2 of them no less. That's wow, okay. But I like that the cooperative is helping the Okampans. How cool is that? Wow, that is really neat. I just like that. I like that setup. It's kind of cool. And now we know what have happened to the Okampans. They're out looking for a new home, and some of them are out there in space now. I wonder if they have their space powers yet. Don't ask me why the star pattern is jiggling in the background. I have no idea. That's new. Alright. Extract materials. Erosion? Out of nowhere, huh? Just spring that on me. Do I not have... yes, I do. No, you don't. You don't hide from me that easily.
Target's shield has failed.
Looks like I'll be battling Erosion this time. The Okampans are not very good prey, I would say. And more Erosion, of course.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shield has failed. Right shield failing.
This area of space is teeming with raiders. Good thing the Okampans didn't try to do this on their own. Yeah, they would have no chance to survive, although they do have two cooperative escorts. You think they would be pretty good at defeating the Erosion. They are Borg, after all. Return to Okampa in convoy. Display guide paths. Oh, that's cool. So in case we get lost of where the fleet is at, can lead us back. Because they are pretty tiny. I can't even see them. There they are. Welcome back. We're ready to begin the resource transfer when you are. We've detected weapons fire near the Ionet clouds. I hope you didn't have too much trouble. Nah, nothing we couldn't handle. Thank you. Without friends, we'd never make it through these hard times. You're welcome. Begin transfer. And Erosion.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shield has failed.
Yeah, see, the cooperative's firing on. Nice. More marks.
Target's shield has failed.
It says we're finished, but we're not. Alright, there we go. That was neat. Hirogen Raiders, we'd have been easy targets for them if it weren't for you, our friends. Thank you for saving us. You're welcome. You might want to set a new course in case they return. I most certainly agree. Thank you for your help, Admiral. With these supplies, we'll be able to continue our search for a new home. So now we know what the Okampans are doing out there. Searching for a new home. They are out there. They're away from their main home. Because it was underground and I guess not a place that they could live anymore. Since the caretaker went away. Alright, contact Delta Quadrant Command. So we did everything. Awesome. Hail Starfleet. Good to know there are a few species out there who remember Voyager fondly. As for the rest, well, how they deal with us will determine how we deal with them. If they're honest and cordial, we'll be the same. If they attack, we'll defend ourselves. So now we get to turn in this whole thing. And we got some skill points for doing those patrols, so that did help. We'll just take this old thing. I don't really need any of this stuff, but I can sell it. And now we get skill points for doing that. See, that didn't do much there. Turning in that mission and completing that didn't do much to our mission leveling. So we are still a low level 52. So we have another mission after this, which is Revelations, and that is a level 51 mission, and we're 52, so no problem. So we can do the next couple of missions at level 52, but when we get to the Kobali front, I'll have to make sure I am 53 or we can't start it. So we'll see if we get to 53 by the time we do the next two missions. We will find out, because I'm curious to know myself. Now keep in mind, I did start a level ahead. I started this whole series at 51 and not 50. So if I hadn't have done that, I would actually be behind now and have to grind. So most of you guys who did not, do that whole run of STS like I did, but just start at level 50 and are doing these missions, you will definitely have to have done some grinding by now to get to the next mission. So I feel your pain. I've been there. I feel it. Okay. Well, that's good. I like those patrols. Like I said, I wish that they hadn't removed the old ones to begin with. I always liked that those were missions or part of the storyline mission, and I wish they would bring them back. But instead, they have removed them. But they did bring them back with Delta Rising, which is interesting. And they brought them back in a big way, because you're going to find there are a lot of patrols. But the patrols further the storylines. We learned that we are friendly with the Benan. That's going to help us. I like the fact that we're not with enemies. We don't have enemies with everybody in the Delta Quadrant. There are some allies we have. The Benan are a people that we can work with, and they're on our level. And that's very nice to have that kind of support out there in the Delta Quadrant. We've got the cooperative now, these Liberated Borg, being led by Hugh, I guess. It's nice to have some Liberated Borg out there on our side. Borg ships are powerful, the Borg are powerful. They can be a powerful ally. However, there is an enemy yet to be revealed that can destroy a Borg fleet and take pretty much no damage, so that is very scary, because only up till now the Undine could do that. And we learned that the Okampans are out there in space. So we learned a whole lot just from those patrols, so that really, really does further the storyline, and I'm looking forward to all these threads being pulled and see where they go. Well, thank you for watching that. That was a lot of fun. That was Friends in Unlikely Places. Stay tuned for Revelations.